Welcome back to the Rhode Show. This morning in the Buzz, this is a good one. Rhode Island natives, the Farrelly brothers, have a new movie out today. It's called Hall Pass. It's actually set in the Ocean State. We're going to explain what it's all about. It stars Owen Wilson and Jason Sudeikis, a pair of seemingly happy, married, suburban best friends. But then their wives, played by Jenna Fisher and Christina Applegate, get tired of their foolish antics and their roving eyes, and they grant their hubbies a one-week, no-strings-attached hall pass for marriage. Kind of sounds like the worst idea ever to a lot of people, but the actors and the creators of the movie say it's going to open up the discussion about what really goes on in marriages. Take a look.
It's going to lead to, definitely going to lead to discussions.
Yeah.
I think.
This might have been what the it might be the thing that finally clicks the Mayans' prediction into into its full glorification.
I was seeing men talk how they don't talk around women. You know, these are the conversations that they reserve for their male friends. And likewise, you see some of the tricks that women have up their sleeve too.
We weren't fair to the concept. We were saying if guys got hall passes and the wives also took hall passes because they realized they're not married to anybody, what would happen? And we tried to be honest to seeing it through, and I think people take different things.
Okay, we're opening up the can of worms on the Rhode Show with a discussion about relationships and marriages. What is okay and what's not? I mean, we're talking about not like the full Monty here, but did I just say the full Monty?
Yeah,
I couldn't think of the right term.
I think Mitch Fatel is kind of getting to you.
I think he is. All right. I mean, what do you think, Michaela? You're not married, so you have a different perspective. So, as a single girl, what do you think of this idea of the hall pass?
I hate it. I think there's no point.
You're just saying that because your mom's in the studio.
I know, she's gonna leave now. If you're really at that point in a relationship where you can't, you're constantly flirting and looking, looking is one thing. I think looking is fine. Everyone's gonna look. You can't stop anyone from that. So, you're looking at other girls or guys, it's gonna happen.
So look, no touch.
Right, but once it starts to get further, and if you're really at the point where you think you need a hall pass, or you deserve, or you want a hall pass, I can't even finish this because they're cracking up. I think your relationship is struggling a lot more.
All right, so now let's talk to the married man. You've been married how long, Patrick?
10 years in June.
Okay, so your thoughts on the hall pass?
Well, full Monty, looking, no touching. I have to follow that. What are my thoughts on the hall pass? It's obviously a funny concept, but it'd be utter anarchy if it actually was real. If they're proposing in the movie the first week of August every year was hall pass week.
Oh, it's every year in the movie? I thought it was just a one-time thing.
They're talking about like it being a national holiday.
Yeah.
Hall pass week. I mean, it'd be like,
it would be the worst idea ever.
It'd be the full Monty.
There'd be divorces 3 months later. You know what it reminds me of? The Curb Your Enthusiasm episode. Did you ever see that one where she said to her husband, Larry David, she's like, all right, well, when you turn 50, I'm going to give you like one day. Yeah. And do you remember what happens? Nothing.
Right.
And I think in most cases, just the idea of giving somebody...
Stop.
He kissed somebody.
Yeah, but you haven't answered the question yet, and we're running out of time.
What do I think of it?
We went from single to married man to married woman.
15 years of marriage this year, and I think it's crazy too, absolutely. The idea is fun to talk about, and let's face it, after you're married a long time, it's kind of like a cool concept, maybe, but the execution... No, the execution, forget it. Never can happen.
I feel like if anyone was even granted a hall pass, they would be way too nervous to actually even take advantage of it.
And that's the thing. So. Given the freedom, most people would do nothing, I think.
I will say this as we send it over to Courtney in the New England Tech Center, and I want you to cut off all our microphones, director and audio, as soon as I say this. She is the biggest flirt on the planet. Courtney, take it away.
Oh, man. Okay. Where do I go from here? Hey, you know what's cool? Our viewers are talking about their versions of hall passes, so not necessarily the ones that we're seeing in the movie. So they're telling us about theirs in their household, which is kind of cool. So we'll start on the live blog and hear from them. This one's from Jerry. He says, a hall pass when you are married means that you can go to your man cave and just fiddle around the whole day without being bothered. Liz says, I think a weekend with the guys is okay, but not a hall pass to do whatever they want. And Aaron S. says, it all comes down to trust. You have to trust your partner. Here's our poll right underneath the live blog on foxprovidence.com. In a relationship, what do you consider to be a hall pass? A, ogling at another person. B, flirting with another person. C, a break from the relationship. Or D, nothing, no exceptions. And we have a bunch of comments on our Facebook wall this morning, and Angie says, it's not a very good idea, but good enough for a movie. Luis Santiago thinks a hall pass is unlimited access to the remote. And Cheryl says, my ex had many hall passes passes, and that's why we are divorced. And Alex Cruz says, hall pass for me is when my girl lets me go out by myself. So interesting comments from our Roadshow viewers this morning. But vote in our poll if you're on our website this morning, and we'll have those results for you at the end of the show.